Think about that. April in Paris is coming up very soon, huh? I know. You and I won't be there, but, well, perhaps we can attend the Indianapolis Academy of the French Accent to kind of help things along. Like hang out with people at the Interlingua or Berlitz Institute up on the hill maybe and pretend, huh? Okay. Let's see, Thelonious Monk Big Band, 2 hands, 1 piano, and a big fat sound. Right now, 12 before 8 o'clock. Good morning to you. Wednesday already. Geoffrey Nimmo in for Leo Underhill. He will be returning Thursday morning. It's time right now to take a look at the outdoors, courtesy Citizens Federal, one of the soundest financial institutions around. Here's a WNOP weather scan for us all. Very mild weather through Saturday. Some clouds today, but mostly sunny this afternoon. It's going to burn it all off. Mostly warm temperatures today in the mid-50s, light and variable winds. For tonight, clear and a high near 40. Southerly winds about 10 to 20 miles per hour. The cumulonebulous clouds will be in retreat for tomorrow. Some sun and lots of it, up to around 65 or 70 degrees. A chance of snow or rain, only 20% today, dipping drastically down to 0% chance tonight and tomorrow. I'll return with the long-winded forecast and the current stats after this word from Citizens Federal.
Citizens Federal, where rainbows begin.
Good chance of showers or even a thunder blunder or two for Friday, but rain Saturday, Sunday. Nice warm temps, however. Highs to be in the 60s for Friday and Saturday, in the lower 50s on Sunday. Our overnight lows in the 40s throughout that time. And right now, our winds are to the northwest at 8 miles per hour, and it's currently 31 degrees right here at WNOP in the floating Jazz Arc at Newport, KY, with the captain this morning for Leo. It's been a weather scan brought to us all by Citizens Federal, with more than 50 locations throughout central and southwestern Ohio. 70 degrees tomorrow. Let's hear it, gang. A little applause. All right. Stan Getz. Stan Getz and Friends from the album The Dolphin on WNOP. Joy Spring by Clifford Brown. Oh, yeah. Lou Levy piano, Monty Budwig bass, Victor Lewis on drums. On Concord. 8 o'clock, Nimmo in for Leo at WNOP. He'll be back Thursday. Coming up in about 5 minutes, the WNOP downhill ski report, and there's plenty of snow around because they'd be making it, Bubba. And we hope you'll be making it to the slopes. We'll have an update for you for Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio, and also Michigan and Wisconsin in about 5 minutes. Right now, permit me to update you. 31 degrees still, but it's going to get drastically warmer later on this afternoon. Up to mid-50s, about 40 degrees tonight with some southerly breezes happening. 10 to 20 miles per hour rolling in from Jellicoe, Tennessee, and Point South. Right now, 65 to 70 degrees is the official temperature range for tomorrow. We're ready for that. And we'll be back with Wayne Johnson right after this. Good morning to you. Right now, 7:30 after 8 o'clock on the river, which is very calm. And I just stepped outside on the poop deck there to hoist the Jolly Roger this morning, as we always do at this time. And it's not that cold. I mean, 31. It's real nice out. It's going to get a lot warmer today also. Well, it's time right now for our ski report Wednesday. And we're really happy to say that if you're a skier, there's still snow available for you. And it's brought to us all by Scandinavian Health Spas, where America comes for fitness. We have reported, of course, that Carrollton at Kentucky, the General Butler State Park, is closed for the season, but they'll be back in full swing, very conveniently located off I-71 just south of Cincinnati next season. Stay with us for next year's report on that. In the meantime, in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, at Perfect Slopes, there's still 15 to 25 inches of base snow out there. That's right. Packed powder on top because it's man-made snow, or woman-made snow, of course. Ohio, Bellefontaine, Mad River Mountain, between 9:30 and 10 p.m. you can ski. That's 9:30 in the morning, so it's lots of hours for you at Bellefontaine. 14 to 20 inches of base snow on the main trail, and there's 3 inches of brand-new natural snow out there also. It's packed, and skiing is happening on all areas. I hope they're packed this weekend. It should be a lot of fun. Big snow country in Michigan with Big Powderhorn, Blackjack, Indian Head, and Whitecap in Wisconsin. All those reports coming up after this. Why don't you look down and take a good look at yourself right now? Remember, swimsuit weather's coming up soon. Hey, good looking. How about a little dip in the pool, huh? What do you think, huh? Well, yes, indeed. We continue onward right now, and we do expect some nice conditions happening just north of us because it's a little colder up there. Right now, at Big Snow Country in Michigan, at the Upper Big Powderhorn locale, it's 15 to 20 inches of snow, and you better be drinking low-cal drinks to get in shape for that one because they've got some big hills out there. Limber up for skiing. 2 inches of new snow. It's packed and groomed up there, powdered surface, and all the trails and lifts are operational. Same may be said for Blackjack and Indian Head. Now the conditions at Blackjack in Michigan, 15 to 20 inches of base snow, 1 inch of packed and groomed top on that, and at Indian Head, 22 to 34 inches of snow, with 2 inches of brand new snow. It's packed powder and groomed. In Wisconsin at Whitecap, 15 to 20 inches of new snow. There's a 2-inch on top of that. The 15 to 20 refers to snow that's already there. So it's new as far as last July goes, okay? But the new stuff on top is about 2 inches. Excellent conditions just north of us if you want to take that long weekend and get away. Get away from me and ski this weekend. You've been listening to the WNOP Downhill Ski Report, brought to us all Wednesday through Saturday at 8:05 in the morning. We'll repeat it, of course, with Ray Scott today at 12:05 noon and 5:05 with Val Coleman this afternoon, once again continuing through Saturday. It's made possible by the nice people at Scandinavian Health Spas, where Nimmo should go for fitness. Right now, 11 after 8 o'clock, 31 in Cincy, with Geoffrey Stewart Nimmo in for Leo Underhill at WNOP. It's a familiar song from Maynard Ferguson. Song written by one of our great American composers, Jimmy Webb, MacArthur Park. Oh, yeah. It's Maynard Ferguson and the big band, the Canadian connection there. He was born in Verdun, Quebec, and eventually went to the same high school that Oscar Peterson did in Montreal. And great trumpet flugelhornist Kenny Wheeler, of course, also from that area, who's in his 50s now, believe it or not, was born in lovely St. Catharines, Ontario. Nice town. And nice music right there from Maynard, from M.F. Horn. Some solid gold jazz over WNOP. Solid gold Leo Underhill will be returning Thursday morning. I'm Jeff Nimmo in the interim. Val Coleman in for me this afternoon from 2 to 6. Ray Scott back to his normal watch here at the Jazz Arc. We're very happy to let you know that the National Lampoon Radio Half Hour, a distillation or best of their famed Radio Hour series, produced in Madison Avenue, New York, is going to be premiering this Friday on the radio station at 12:30 with Ray Scott. It'll be aired once again this Saturday night at 9 with Val Coleman on cable. Tune in for Nutzoid Radio with John Belushi, Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, Gilda Radner, Bill Murray, and tons of other very qualified and talented people. Good writing on the show. Lots of yaks as the National Lampoon Radio Half Hour hits the airwaves. All right. Say, just to Jeffy, we're going to be playing music for the thought patterns of your mind. It's going to be some improvisatory rambling from the great mind of Jonathan Winters. Stay with us for that. Right now, 23 after 8 o'clock on a Wednesday. Jilly's. Also coming to Jilly's Thursday, March the 22nd, is the all-new Artie Shaw Orchestra. Tickets also available at Record Theater, Montgomery Road in Norwood. Great things are happening up north at Jilly's. I've just handed myself a message from the Department of Corrections. Artie Shaw, unfortunately, will not make it around this time, but we'll let you know if there's an update on that. Right now, our promotion director, Mr. Todd Little, playing clarinet under Paul Jimerson. Paul, just don't squish that clarinet. It can break very easily, I assure you. Not bad playing there. I like that embouchure. I like Bill Smith or Jimmy Giuffre, Todd. Pretty good.
Hi, this is Paul and Request Nights. Should be a swinging gig.
Will you stop bothering me?
Hi there. This is Shelley Berman, and this is WNOP, where nonsense occasionally prevails.
I think we all, eventually, we get tired of the box and the silver screen, the tube, and we go back to seeing movies. And this is sort of a cheap prison picture. Standard thing, the guy's making out the license plates, got the numbers, and, the guy in the jute mill and Father Duffy. Oh, my boys, I tried to help you.
He's doing fine. He's out on the coast. He just saw the Blues Big Band out there, too, the great Johnny Winters on WNOP radio. I remember the first time I met him, this is a true story, in the 1950s, my mother, Helen Frances Matthews Nimmo, and her 3 children, Dougie and Janie and myself, were living in Hastings-on-Hudson, New York, a suburb of Manhattan. And it was, on the Hudson River, and we lived on Riverview Place. And I didn't know it at the time, but Jonathan Winters, all right, had the same psychiatrist as my mother in White Plains near New York, nearby in Westchester County. And they met there, and he often used to come to lawn parties. Every Sunday my mother would have a lawn party outside, and people would have hors d'oeuvres and drinks and look out at the beautiful sunset on the Palisades across the river and party. I always remember this man, Jonathan Winters. I was quite young. And there'd always be about 6 or 7 or 8 people around him literally falling down. I wonder why adults got so crazy doing this, acting so giddy. I now see why. He's always on. He's never off. I think that was around the same time that I tried my first beer when I was very, very little. I sipped some foam and I got really sick and hated it. It tastes awful. I think I should have learned a lesson for that. Maybe it's trying to tell me something, huh?
In Cincinnati, a lot of great artists.
That's the Cap Pierce Juggernaut Band with Ernie Andrews on NOP. All right. 21 before 9 o'clock with Jeff Nimmo. Right now, 31 degrees in town. Looking at a day today like this is going to be very pleasant for me doing weather scans because it's going to go up to the mid-50s with light and variable winds tonight. From the south, 10 to 20, which means warm. Clear skies this evening. Sunny tomorrow, up to 70 degrees. Okay. You know, I got something really nutty for you I think you're going to enjoy. Coming back in just a jiffy, we're going to have, Ohio is in a nice place because we have great jazz and wonderful, wonderful bluegrass from Tennessee and Kentucky, one of our great American heritages, bluegrass music. We have some experts, of course, in this area that play that difficult art so well. I got something that's a fusion thing. It's going to be Pat Cloud. It's going to be playing, ready for this? Bluegrass bebop on the banjo. I'm serious, and it's good stuff from his album Higher Power. Stick around for something weird right after this, okay?
A job means...
Not Angus Young. Well, we heard some great stuff there from Jim Walker, who's the lead flutist for the Los Angeles Philharmonic. He's from Louisville, Kentucky, and his wife is from this area, around the Beachmont area. He comes up here from time to time. Quite an established artist on that instrument. This bandit's in much demand on the Carson Show. You often see him there. Johnny always brings him back. We heard from Bulgaria, Milcho Leviev on keyboards, Jim Lacefield on bass, and Ralph Humphrey on drums and percussion, who, of course, used to play with Les McCann, and also you can see him on TV with Lawrence Welk. I'm serious. Check him out sometime, the drummer on the Lawrence Welk Show. That's Ralph Humphrey. Before that, we heard Pat Cloud on the bluegrass banjo and Black Wolf. Jim Cox is on piano, Dave Stone on bass, and Jimmy Hobson on drums, recorded 1982 in July. It was a wacko record on the Flying Fish label called Higher Power, Pat Cloud, the banjo piece. Right now, 11 before 9 o'clock, Ray Scott in at 10. At 2 o'clock, it's Val Coleman. 6 p.m. tonight on cable. It will be 45 minutes of the airwave version of the Paul Jimerson Rhapsody show, and then at 9 o'clock, it'll be Chris Wagner. Enjoy. We'll be getting to a long-winded weather scan that's coming up. It looks very, very good for our future, and right now we have the forecast for today, tonight, and tomorrow from Molitor. That's right, Molitor Loan and Building Company right now would like to sponsor this weather scan for you and me both. Molitor, where your money will earn more in 84. And here we go. Very mild weather through Saturday. Cloudy becoming sunny later on this afternoon. Temps today in the mid-50s. Light and variable winds for tonight. Some clear skies. A high near 40 degrees. Southerly winds 10 to 20 miles an hour. For tomorrow, very sunny. And as high as 70 degrees. That's right. 20% chance of any kind of precip. 0% tonight and same for tomorrow. We'll be back with a look from Friday through Sunday and the current stats right after this word from Molitor.
This is Bob, University and Vine in Coreyville, 633 Anderson Ferry in Delhi.
There's some wetness in the forecast, but fear not, the warm weather will make up for it, I'm sure. There's a chance of shower, even a thunderstorm, happening Friday. And it will be rainy on Saturday and Sunday, but get this. Friday and Saturday, our thermometer will be reaching in the 60-degree range. In the Sunday period of time, lower 50s, not bad at all. Overnight lows in the 40s throughout the period. Right now, our humidity 94%. Our winds are out of the northwest at 5 miles per hour, and it's currently 31 degrees here at WNOP this morning. That's been a weather scan brought to us all by the nice folks at Molitor Loan and Building Company. 2 locations in Cincinnati. The first, University and Vine in Coreyville, right near UC, and also in Delhi out at 633 Anderson Ferry. Right now, 9 before 8 o'clock with the Nims for Undies on WNOP. This is Miles Davis, 7 Steps to Heaven. A Buddhist reference there from Miles Davis, 7 Steps to Heaven, one of these 7 chakras. I like Chakra Khan the best. That one always lets me attain samadhi quickly. A couple before 9 o'clock on the Leo Underhill radio show. I'm Jeff Nimmo filling in for Leo, who will be back Thursday. We're at WNOP Newport, Kentucky, where it's going to be nice and warm today and even better tomorrow. Up around 70 degrees. That sounds just swell. Still trying to wake up, huh? Well, how about a jolt at Java right now? From Lexington, KY, Ray Les McCann, Morning Show with Nimmo for Leo, WNOP, and I Love View, which must be about Staten Island, because I know you can see the Statue of Liberty and the Ellis Island really well from that vantage point at the Verrazano Bridge. 5 after 9 o'clock, and all is swell. Here's a Culture Club report for you. From St. Catharines, Ontario to London to back to the States, Kenny Wheeler from the album Double, W on ECM. Mike Brecker there on tenor, John Taylor piano, Dave Holland on bass, and Jack DeChanette on drums. Piece called WW, New Wax from ECM. Good stuff. 9:15 o'clock, this is Nimmo for Leo, Ray Scott from 10 to 2, and Val Coleman from 2 to 6 for Geoff Nimmo. Well, we have word that if you'd like to do something a little bit different, there's going to be something nice happening at Christ Hospital if you expect a child. It's husband-coached natural childbirth classes, as opposed to Vince Lombardi-coached natural childbirth classes. It'll be 7:30 to 9:30 Thursday evening at Christ Hospital. If you want info, call 921-1937.
65 for further information.
Several years ago, B.B. King did a great album, and was a live album. And included in there was a Leonard Feather song called How Blue Can You Get, with some of the greatest lyrics ever written in the history of music. Critic Leonard Feather did it. Yeah. And we're going to hear a nice recording of it this time around with some fine people. Red Holloway on tenor, Clora Bryant, a woman, on trumpet, and the vocalist will be Linda Hopkins from the album How Blue Can You Get. And you might want to check out the great guitar playing here that goes on. It's so fine from Calvin Newborn. A WNOP blues break for you right now. Enjoy. She's a ton of fun. Ms. Linda Hopkins doing Leonard Feather's How Blue Can You Get. Nice guitar work there, huh? Calvin Newborn. Palo Alto Jazz recording on WNOP. Nimmo for Leo at 22 after 9 o'clock. Stan Clark on piccolo bass, the wee one, with Rodney Franklin from Marathon on Columbia on NOP. Right now it's 28 after 9 o'clock on a Wednesday with the Nims in for Leo. Ray Scott up at 10 o'clock. We do expect a nice day today. It's going to get a lot warmer. Mid-50s today, near 40 tonight in clear skies, and up to 70 degrees with lots of sunshine tomorrow. We'll be back in a moment with a tribute to singer Bob Duro right after this.
Here's Jerry.
Channel 53.
If you're trying to find out what the happenings are, we invite you to buzz up the 24-hour jazz line here at the station. It's around the clock. It's a recorded message. The number is 581-MUSE. If you have people from out of town that will be coming to Cincinnati, friends or business partners, you might want to let them know that the area code there is 606-581-MUSE, and that number will be published in the April issue of Downbeat magazine. Call it any time you like. It's always on duty, even when we're not. Geoff Nimmo at 9:30 at NOP for Leo, with a look at the music of Bob Duro right now. He was Miles Davis's favorite singer for many years, and they've even worked together, too. I'd like to present three pieces of music, if you will, from a great mind. He lives in Delaware Gap, Pennsylvania now with Al Cohn and Phil Woods and a whole batch of fine jazz musicians. He's quite a guy. He comes to town once in a while, and I think he's amazing. He's got a kind of a childlike innocence about him that is an inspiration to any adult. And our second piece of music is going to be from his kiddie album, Multiplication Rock, that was produced for Saturday and Sunday mornings on ABC TV some time ago. It's a production of Scholastic Rock, which is a real good album that featured Grady Tate on vocals, right, the drummer for Jimmy Smith, and also the great Blossom Dearie and Bob Duro. He did the arranging. And after that, we'll wrap it up with a band that he produced. It was fine from back in the late 60s, early 70s, called Spanky and Our Gang. So we'll hear three selections right now from Bob Duro. We'll lead with Charles Yardbird Parker was his name, Yardbird Suite. Bob Duro on NOP.
Hey, jazz fan.
The arranging skills of Mr. Bob Duro in Chicago with that great band Spanky and Our Gang. And before that, another nice thing for young people also, for Multiplication Rock, a little 12 toes, and opening up the Yardbird Suite. That's a morning tribute to Bob Duro from Geoff Nimmo on the Leo Underhill Show here at NOP. Good morning to you. Right now, the air quality index just phoned in 51, which is moderate and just fine. Our current temp in town, 32. It looks to be real nice today. We'll be back after this word. Paquito de Riviera from the band Iraquere from Cuba. Cuban Fire there. Fine alto player on WNOP. Well, stay tuned for Ray Scott. It's been a marvelous morning. We trust that Leo will be back Thursday fully recovered and chipper as always. It's been a pleasure for me spending the morning with you.
Hello there.